Good afternoon, students. And we were studying routing in MANETs. We had looked at the different unicast routing protocols for MANETs, and we had seen that there are mainly three types of routing algorithms. Okay, reactive, proactive, and hybrid. So under each of these categories, we have already studied some algorithms. So in total, we have studied four routing protocols: DSDV, AODV, DSR, and zone routing. Okay, so today all those were studied under the unicast routing protocols. So like unicast routing means there is one-to-one communication. Okay, so today we are going to study two types of routing protocols that are multicast. So in multicast, the information is sent from one to many. So suppose this is the source node. There are other nodes, okay, in the network. So this source node may choose to send the data or the packets only to some of the nodes in the network. It may not send the packet or the message to everyone. So suppose it chooses to send only to some nodes. For example, like this. Suppose it chooses to send only to these nodes that I'm shading now currently. Okay, that will be kind of a example of a multicast. They're not sending to everyone, only you select the nodes that you want to communicate with. Okay, so basically whenever you're designing a multicast routing protocol for MANETs, the it will be very efficient if suppose it can reduce the packet transmissions. Okay, whatever is unnecessary duplicate packets, those are reduced. Also it reduces the need for the battery. So if can the battery is not consumed while doing the routing, those kind of routing protocols are preferred. The main problems like in unicast routing, the main problems with multicast routing is the nodes are mobile. That is, it's an ad hoc network. The nodes can be uh, inserted into the network and deleted from the network as and when needed, and they keep moving around. So due to that, it, like your unicast routing, multicast routing also faces the problem because the topology keeps on changing. It's very dynamic. Secondly, uh, it can be there can be a lot of interference. Okay, uh, with regards to eavesdropping on those kind of security attacks that we are going to study. Okay, a lot of noise could be present. Okay, these are the major problems that your multicast routing protocols face. There are two major categories of multicast routing. Okay, first one is tree-based protocols, and the second one is mesh-based protocols. Now, in your textbook, they have not explained there are many examples of such kind of algorithms. They have not explained this in detail. Okay, we are also going to study it just as an overview. What is tree-based protocol? What is mesh-based protocols? We are not going to study the examples of these protocols in detail. Okay, so in exam, suppose you are told to write a short note on multicast routing protocols, then you can just write what are the problems faced, what should a efficient multicast routing protocol do, and you can just write briefly about these two types of protocols. So in the next two slides, I will explain you what are these tree-based protocol and mesh-based protocol. Okay. So let's look at the first multicast routing protocol, tree-based protocol. So like in tree-based protocol, there will be one node, which will be the source node, which is like a root node. Okay. And there will be the other nodes, which will be at the branches of the node. And this kind of tree may not be a binary tree, it could be any kind of tree. Okay. But there will be like a source node, and there will be branches. I'll just draw an example of one tree. So suppose this is the source node. So again, this is an example for multicast routing. So suppose it is sending the data only to some nodes in the network and not to all the nodes. So suppose these are the nodes in the network that it is sending. The shaded nodes are the nodes where multicast routing is happening. Okay, so as you can see in multicast routing, there will be a single path. Okay, there will be a single path to the nodes. Okay, then also you need not send duplicate copies of the packet. Okay, you can send only one copy of the packet along the branches. Therefore, it is more bandwidth efficient. Okay, there is no need to exchange lot of control messages for routing. The problem with this tree based routing is, suppose one of the link breaks, suppose this node gets discharged. Okay, suppose this node here gets deleted, it's get disconnected, then this entire link will fail. This source node may not be able to send data to these other nodes in the network. Okay, so it may not be able to do multicast routing in that sense. That is the major problem with this tree based multicast routing. Okay, if there's a link failure somewhere, it may cause one part of the network to get disconnected. Okay, so the second problem is, here we have just assumed that there is only one source node. Okay, only one node is sending data, but we could have had multiple source nodes. Okay, when there are multiple source nodes, then you need to maintain a copy of all those kind of trees. Okay, they share the nodes, they share the tree links, so you need to maintain the network topology in some kind of a database. So when there are multiple paths in that sense, when there are multiple source nodes, then there could be multiple paths. Okay, therefore you may not have the optimal path in sending the data from one node to another. Then like I told you, when you have multiple source nodes, you may need to maintain multiple copies of the trees for routing. So therefore, when you maintain multiple copies of the trees for routing, it may lead to storage, wastage of storage, and also then some kind of routing, a lot of routing messages may need to be exchanged. So it leads to routing message control overhead, so wastage of bandwidth. So basically the idea behind a tree multicast routing is that it is very simple. Okay, it is very simple, number of links is less actually. Okay, only problem with it is, if suppose the link breaks, then there's a problem. Now this is just to show you, this is now a MANET. Okay, there are no physical links between the nodes, this is just to show you. So these nodes will be actually arranged in a tree topology, in the structure of a tree, with one as the root node, which is your source node, and the others will be attached as the branches, as the leaves, and so on. Okay, so example of such a kind of tree based protocol is multicast ad hoc on demand distance vector protocol, in short MAODV protocol. Okay, we are not going to study this protocol in detail, but this is the example of tree based protocol for multicast routing in MANETs. The second type of protocol that is very popular for multicast routing in MANETs is mesh based. So in mesh, your topology will be more or less like this. There will be nodes. Okay, and there will be multiple links or multiple ways of sending the data across to the nodes. This will be kind of a mesh based protocol example, okay, in diagram form. So suppose there are 4 nodes A, B, C and D. They all will be connected to each other, okay. So the advantage of doing such a thing is it can be more compared to your tree based, it can have more resistance to link failures, okay. Suppose one node fails, the remaining 3 nodes can still function, okay, but they will be all be linked to each other. Similarly, if one of the nodes moves away from the network, then also the other nodes can still be connected to each other, okay. The problem with such kind of a network is, since there is more than one route to the other nodes, multiple packets may be, multiple copies of the same packet may be transmitted. So suppose A has been sending some data to D, it may transmit it along this path and along this path or along this path also. It may transmit in 3 different directions, or due to routing, the packets may get transmitted by another intermediate node in different directions, okay. So due to that, you may have multiple copies of the same packet in the mesh, okay. One of the intermediate routers may decide to send the packet like that because due to some loss in connection or something like that, and because of this there may be a lot of wastage of bandwidth, okay. Also uh, there may be packet losses due to having multiple packets traveling along the same network, okay. Then because of this because of the mesh kind of nature of this network, you may need a lot of control messages, okay. So example of this is on demand multicast routing protocol, or ODMRP protocol. Again, we are not going to study this kind of this protocol in detail. So in exams you may be asked, explain multicast routing protocols for MANETs, or write a short note in multicast routing protocols for MANETs. You can just draw one small diagram like this. Even if you don't draw a diagram also, and explain is also fine. So you just need to explain what are the features expected in the multicast routing protocol, what are the problems in the multicast routing protocol, which are the 2 most popular MANET multicast protocols. Explain in brief about them, what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages. If you can remember the example, you can write down the example, okay. And this will be what will be expected for you in the exam. At the very most, they may ask you the difference between a tree based protocol and a mesh based protocol, okay. For around 2 to 3 marks or 4 marks, they may ask you what are the differences. Then you will have to write what is the differences. So you can just draw a diagram and explain how in a tree based there is a single path, whereas in a mesh based there is a multiple path. How links can fail here, how links, how it is more resistive to link failures. Here you can tell how it is supposed to be more bandwidth efficient because there is a single path. The packets will travel along a single path mostly. Here how the packets will travel along multiple paths, okay, possibly, okay. You can give the examples of the 2 types of protocols. So basically this is what we are going to study for today's lecture. Security issues in MANETs I'll be doing for you from next week, okay. So if you have any doubts, you can let me know about this routing. You can tell me any of these routing protocols if you need to be explained again, okay. We are done in the previous lectures, or even about today's topics. Any doubts, students? Okay, I think I'll stop the recording.